Welcome back to our channel, guys. Nope,
Yeah.
It's that Nomadic couple, not my channel. I know it must be weird seeing me start the channel since usually it's Sean.
If you haven't already seen Sam's channel, check it out. Link down below.
Yeah, I'm doing really good. I'm surprised. I had it up for like, what, 2 months or so now, my channel, and I'm at
Been that long?
I think so, or a little over a month, and I'm almost at 210 subscribers, which is awesome. So we are currently in Sebastian, Florida, staying at a state park, Sebastian Inlet State Park. It's an absolutely beautiful park. If you've never been, highly recommend. It is very hard to get into. I'm surprised I was able to get a spot. The part that stinks is it's freezing. It's so cold and windy that I didn't get to see any starfish. I didn't get to see any hermit crabs. I mean, you still get to see the fish and the birds going to get the fish and stuff like that, and all the people fishing. But I told him if it was warm, it would have been a lot more packed, and I probably wouldn't have been able to get a spot. They do, I believe it was $45 a night, and it's only water and electric, but they do have a dump station. And I mentioned it on my channel that even though, like, say we check out tomorrow, if we wanted to, we're allowed to stay in the park and hang out. We just can't stay, like, in the campground section. So keep that in mind as well. So we're currently heading to, where is it, Merritt Island or Cocoa Beach?
Cocoa.
We're currently heading to Cocoa because Sean is going to go pick up another Grom.
Yeah.
He's been talking about wanting another one for a while, so we're finally going to bite the bullet and go get it. It has a little over 1,000 miles on it. It's in blue. It looks like it's in pretty good condition.
It looks mint.
Yeah, so he's really excited to go get that. And then we're going to grab dinner there because it's just too cold outside to cook. I was going to make tacos on my Blackstone, but it's too windy. It's really windy.
Yeah. So this thing is all stock, whereas my other one was pretty built up. I had the whole stage 3 kit on it, exhaust, high compression piston, tuned. It was sweet. I really miss it. The reason we got rid of it is because Sam doesn't like going very far on it.
I still can't.
It's not the most comfortable bike in the world for a passenger, or even for a rider for far distances. It's more of a, like, tote around town kind of bike, you know. So that's pretty much why we got rid of the bike, and then we ended up buying the green Chevy Spark that we had, and then now we have this. But I really miss being able to just drop it and jump out and go real quick, you know. Plus that bike gets even more incredible gas mileage. It holds a gallon of gas and it gets 100 miles per tank, so it's pretty sweet. Plus it's just fun to ride, and you get looks and compliments everywhere you go. So it's blue right now, like Sam said. I think I am gonna go ahead and buy a black body kit for it, black plastics. You can get like kits on eBay, pretty cheap. You can buy the exhaust. I can mount that on myself. The stage 3 kit I'm gonna do, but they're gonna have to do that themselves because I don't really mess with. You have to, like, get the pistons just right and the compression right, and I don't know. I don't want to mess with that. So I know a place over in Altamont Springs, Florida, where I drop it off and they'll have it done in like a day or two. And they do good work there. I've had my bike there many times. They've helped me out. So
we're currently on A1A, and they actually renamed it to the Jimmy Buffett Memorial. That's pretty sweet. You know, we love Jimmy Buffett's music, and if you've never been down A1A, it's really beautiful. The houses over here are gorgeous, but keep in mind about the wildlife that crossed the street. The first time we went to Sebastian Inlet, there was blue crabs crossing the street because the seagulls and the hawks and other birds were dropping them by accident. Yep. And they're running in the road trying to go into the mangroves to hide. So I really like it over here. So definitely check this place out if you haven't. Oh, we got it!
Oh yeah, I got it! Took it for a quick little test drive and ran flawlessly. Starts right up, shifts really smooth. It's practically brand new. It's only got 1,430 miles on it. When I sold mine, it had like 10,000 and change. So this one has never been, in his words on Facebook, it's never been molested. You know, meaning it's never been like built up. It's never been wheelied. It was his wife's. He has his own, and she just didn't ride a lot. So they decided to sell it. So it's in really great shape. There's no scratches or dings on it. The tires are in immaculate shape. They're actually aftermarket tires, which is sweet. And I'm looking forward to registering it. I have a plate already for my other bike, so I'm just going to register it tomorrow, and that'll be all set. He did help me load it into the truck. He gave me a ramp because I didn't have one with me because we're out on the road. So I'm still thinking about how I'm going to carry the bike around. In the bed is convenient because, you know, you just throw it in and tie it down real quick. It's pretty quick. But in the past, I had a motorcycle carrier on the back hitch, and I would tie it down to that. So.
But we can't do that for this because when we're towing, on the back of the truck we have safety lights.
Right, like the light bar, the brake light, and everything.
Yeah, so, the brake lights.
I don't know. I gotta see. I don't know. I'm a little nervous about riding it up the ramp. I don't want to fall off a ramp. You know what I mean? So I gotta see.
If anything, we're gonna have to do it how the guy did it. He slowly got it up the ramp. I'll be up on top of the bed, and then I'll, you know, grab the handlebars and just pull it up.
His advantage though is he was like 6'1".
Yeah, we're very short.
I'm like 2'2". So, you know,
it's
like,
not all about size.
That's what she tells me anyway. But you know, as he was walking it up, it wasn't really a big deal because it was just kind of come up to like his shoulder length. If I'm walking it up, it's gonna go over my head, and I'm probably not gonna be able to walk it up all the way. If Sam can help me, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna attempt to. It's a light. It's not heavy. I guess it is kind of heavy, but from that angle, it shouldn't be too bad for me to be able to do that.
They weigh about, I think, 225 stock, but once I do all the modifications and I get rid of that big bulky exhaust,
turn right here.
It'll probably be closer to like 200, but that's still a good amount of weight. The other issue is getting it down. So now you're doing the whole thing, but in reverse. So I don't know. Well, I'll have to play with it and see how I can get it, you know, up and down safely. But I'm excited about it. I'm really excited. So we're gonna go eat at Texas Roadhouse to celebrate, because that's usually what we do. We do something or we buy something and we celebrate by eating food.
We use an excuse to go out to eat.
Yeah.
I was gonna make tacos outside at the state park, but it's just so cold because I want to do it on my Blackstone because I like that the grease just like comes like away from it instead of just sitting in the pan, just marinating in it. So we're just gonna eat here because it's just way too cold and windy, and then tomorrow we go to another RV park and hopefully it'll be nice outside there. That way I can cook outside.
I figured I'd show you guys it in person real quick before we run in. But this is it in all our glory. Like I said, the blue is definitely not my favorite color. I think it's kind of a girlyish color. I'm gonna get it all blacked out, so we'll lose the white and the black, and the blue, I mean. And then we're gonna get rid of this ridiculous fender, they call it a whale tail, it's ugly. So I'm gonna put a fender delete on that. And a couple engine modifications, stage 3 kit, cold air intake, exhaust. Just a whole bunch of stuff to really get it where I need it to be. And then we'll be good to go. All right, guys, it's a couple days later. All right, I'm not lying. I'm lying. It's like a week later, okay? I've had a lot going on. I'm gonna show you some upgrades. I think Sam already showed you some on her channel if you follow her, so sorry if I'm showing you the same stuff, but I know not all of you, for some reason, follow her and me. Yeah, so if you don't follow her, you should definitely follow her. I'll leave her link down below. I've been working a lot today, doing a lot of stuff. We're back on the property. I'm in my shipping container. This is my first purchase. This I bought back on Black Friday. For a long time, since like last Black Friday, when I first saw them, I wanted to get one. This is a 100-pound propane tank, and they're normally like $229-ish, something like that. This went on sale for $129 at Tractor Supply, so ran out and grabbed one of those, and pretty excited about it. I didn't fill it yet. We're about to head out for the holidays, so I'm not going to fill it and have it sit here. I'll fill it when we get back and we, you know, if we stay on the property for a little while. But that's a really great purchase. Really happy to have it. The only thing it doesn't come with is the valve part. You have to like buy an insert. I'm not really sure why it doesn't come with that, but you can get them on Amazon. You can get it with the gauge. That way you know how much is in here, and you'll be all set. So as you guys can see, I'm using my new Predator power station, the 350, and it's powering my shop lights in here for the storage container, even though it's pretty bright outside. But here, I'll turn them off and you can definitely notice the difference. See? So they give quite a bit more light. Turn this back on. There we go. So that's working out really well. I actually have it plugged into solar right now, and I was playing with it a little bit before because I was trying to have it charge. As you can see, it's quite cloudy today, and the sun is right here, and it's really screwing with my panels. I actually have to shift them a little bit now because the sun comes up over here and then it slowly goes over there. I had my 450 watt panel out. I have 2 left. Somehow in my mind I thought I could fit 6 450 watt panels on my roof. I don't know how. I did not measure that right. As you can see, they are quite large. They're about 6 feet long, somewhere around there. And so I have 2 of those left over. So I took one out earlier and I set it up over here all nice, and I plugged in the solar cables to charge up the Predator, and it wouldn't take it. It has a max input of 100 watts. Now, I thought 100 watts, okay, it'll just max out taking in 100 watts. Nope. It senses that that panel is trying to push in, you know, 200, 300, 400 watts, and it totally shuts down the unit. It doesn't let it charge at all, and yeah, it really sucks. So I have those 2 smaller suitcase panels outside that were sent to us. I tried doing those in parallel. Can't, because it's over 200. It's 200 watts, so it still won't take it. So I got 1 panel plugged in right now. Let me see. Remember, it's cloudy. 13 watts right now. Plus I have to turn them. But it's slowly trickle charging it. These lights aren't exactly power friendly. I think together they use about 115 watts, so it's not really keeping up, but it'll give me a longer run time, you know, with using them. So there's that. The next thing we did, guys, I installed an outdoor TV. This is a 32-inch Insignia Amazon Fire Smart TV. And it has Roku and Netflix and Amazon Prime and, you know, YouTube and whatever else we need on it. And it was a super, super easy install. Let me just slip behind here. You can see that that mount. That just drills into a beam somewhere on the RV. And then the TV, let's see if I can lift it a little bit so you guys can get an idea. It's quite difficult with one hand, but it just slides in, slips into that little slot, and it holds it. And I forget how big of a TV you can go up to. I think you can go up a little bigger than this, but 32 inch was good for us. And I got a killer deal on it for Black Friday, so there's that. I've kind of been putting some money away for Black Friday because I knew I was going to grab a couple different things. So we got that. Oh, we broke our fire pit down. I'm trying to smash it up, and the reason for that is because over here I bought a brand new fire pit for Black Friday. As you guys can see, we already started breaking it in. This one's really nice. I thought it was going to be a little bigger, to be honest with you, but it is a pretty good size. We fit plenty of wood in there, and it keeps us nice and toasty. And it has this nice little swivel, and you can put this right over it, and you can adjust the level, how high or low you want it. And, you know, you can cook chicken, steak, kebabs, whatever you want on there. So that's pretty sweet. So the other day, we were pulling out of the campground, and it was really strange because when I pulled into the campground, I had no issues, no sounds or anything. When I pulled out, we made the turn. I don't know if the swaying finally just broke the weld, but my whole exhaust for the generator, the onboard that we don't use, the Onan, excuse me, it just fell off and started dragging. So I jumped under that quickly. I have these really heavy duty zip ties. They hold about 150 pounds, like they're really heavy duty. So it's way overkill for that, but zip tied it up. But right now I'm gonna grab my angle grinder, I think. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do an angle grinder. Or there might be bolts. I'm gonna look actually first before I start cutting. But I'm just gonna cut that exhaust off or remove it because, like I said, we don't use it. It's very loud. It shakes the whole RV. It's terrible on gas. And, you know, we prefer the inverter generators, so I'm gonna see if I can remove that. Eventually, I want to remove that whole generator because they're heavy. They're like almost 200 pounds, I think. So, and it just kind of sits there. So I'm just toting around 200 extra pounds for no reason. All right, let me see if I can unbolt that, and I'll get back to you guys. I'll let you know what we can do. All right, so you can see I'm on the ground here. All the way down there, you can kind of see the zip tie. So that's holding it up. For some reason, the bracket, it's like right in this area right here. It broke, and I don't know why, but they only put one exhaust mount there. They didn't put one anywhere else, which I thought was kind of strange because it's a pretty long exhaust pipe. So I gotta see. Oh, I think I can't tell. So it bolts up here. I can't tell if I just loosen that, if it'll come off or not. I think I might just cut it right from there and pull it down. Oops, sorry, I had the camera a little high, I apologize. So those 2 bolts, I don't know, but I might just cut it right from here. I think it's just the quickest and easiest. I'm really not worried about reselling it or anything. I think it does run, but you know, it's just, right now it's not something I'm too concerned about. Mainly I gotta get this done. The other issue mainly that I'm worried about, because I would just normally leave this here, the issue is when I went around that, I went around the emergency brake line. So when I go to set the emergency brake, it doesn't go down all the way because I'm putting a lot of pressure on it right now, holding up the exhaust pipe. As you guys can see, Milo's butt, he found a nice cozy spot. Alright, had to quickly run inside. Apparently the SD card was full. I didn't even think this video was that long, so I'm not sure why it was saying that. Anyway, here's the exhaust pipe. Cut it off real quick with an angle grinder. I left about, I don't know, I'd say about 2 inches or so coming out of it in case somebody wants to, if I don't end up pulling it out and I sell it down the line. If somebody wants to weld, you know, another one on and reuse it. So, you know, other than that, it's all good. Alright, let me take you over here. Give you a little update on the Grom. Did a couple things to it. Got some parts. Now I'm just waiting for the shop to, I gotta drop it off at the shop and they're gonna do a stage 3 install on it. So, I don't know if you guys remember, but I had that ridiculous whale tail on the end. I ended up getting a fender eliminator and a nice short little plate thing so it looks a lot more sleek. I also took off the other stock exhaust, which weighed a ton and sounded horrible. And I got this nice Moto exhaust. It's the same exhaust I had last time. It puts out a good sound, especially when you do a stage 3 tune on it. It's really deep. Sounds good. So, we're getting some stuff done. Over here, I got a whole thing of parts. I'm doing grips. This is a cold air intake. I bought a new phone mount for it. I got new clutch and brake levers. And in here, it's going to open. Okay. Got a new cam. And high compression piston. And 14 tooth sprocket, so we're going down one size in the front. And a new gasket for the head. It's in there. Oh, and a different spark plug. We need a different number spark plug for that's tuned. So, got quite a few things. I'm waiting on plastics. I don't like the blue. Also, I was worked up looking at it. The guy was standing right there, so I was kind of like, I shouldn't have been, but I was kind of like rushing a little bit. So I didn't notice 2 things. I'm not too worried about it because, like I said, I'm changing all the plastics all out to black. So, but she must have dropped this bike at one time because there's a chip scratch right here, and this fender is cracked. I didn't notice that either of them when I, initially looked at it. But the bike rides mint, shifts great, sounds good, motor sounds good. Check the oil is good. But all this is going to be black, taking off the white, that's going to be black. Doing a little heavier duty chain because we're adding a little bit of horsepower. And it'll look really nice. We're going to change out these stock grips because these kind of slip, I feel like. So, on my other one, I had Pro Tapper KLX 110 handlebars. I don't know if I'm going to change these out. The other ones do look a little bit better, but for now, these are going to do. But I definitely got to get rid of these doofy clutch and brake levers. They're so doofy looking. The ones I got are really nice. And then, I don't know if I showed you guys, but I've had this in the past. This is my motorcycle carrier, slips into the hitch. And then it comes with a ramp. The ramp is right here. Now, if you guys remember, we tow the truck behind the RV when we travel. So I had this go into the hitch, and to get this, I was like, crap, how am I gonna run this and carry the bike at the same time? It's not gonna work. So what I did, I'm gonna pop a picture up. They usually put them on pickup trucks right below the tailgate line to add like extra blinkers and stuff. Well, I bought one and I stuck it on the carrier. So this has brake lights, turn signals, 4-ways, and a reverse light. Not that I reverse with the truck hooked up, but it's there. So that works really, really well. Super bright. They're all LEDs. So if you guys are looking for a way to do that, you know, give yourself a little extra brightness, it works really well. So, yeah. Alright, I think I got you guys just about all caught up. I did do some organizing in here today. We dropped some stuff off. We ended up deciding not to bring the washing machine this time. And then we're dropping off her scooter. This is her new electric scooter. We didn't do a review on this yet, but we should. But we're just not going to take that because we're heading up north. It's going to be cold, guys. And they're saying we might even have a white Christmas. So definitely won't be riding the scooter anywhere. But yeah. Also, we did a review on this tent a while ago. It's a really nice tent. I want to do some tent camping with you guys. I thought that'd be pretty cool. Change things up on the channel a little bit. But for right now, I'm going to put an ending on this video, guys. I appreciate you guys sticking around. I know the videos have been a little sporadic. Hopefully we can get some more going. We've just been super busy with Black Friday and work and, you know, everything else that we got going on. So, all right. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.